everyone? It's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And this time I'm coming back to you guys with once again another discussion, but I'm actually going to be talking about the topic of fitting in. And with me talking about fitting in, I also want to use a few examples from a few different animes to kind of get my point across. So the reason why I want to talk about fitting in is because it's something that I know I still struggle with, and I think it's something that a lot of other people struggle with. And pretty much what I mean by fitting in is like fitting in with people, or feeling like you fit in with a group or with a person, or just fitting in general with the world. Now, I know for me, I sometimes struggle feeling like I fit in with whether it's my friends or my work friends or even with family due to like the stuff that I'm interested in, or just feeling like I don't exactly belong. And the reason why I feel like so many of us struggle with it is because of the fact with things like social media nowadays, everyone wants to be in the in crowd, or at least fit in with a group of people or feel like they belong. And if you feel like you're on the outside, you feel like that you have to change something about yourself, whether it's a physical change or whether it's a personality change, just to feel like you belong somewhere, that you fit in someplace. And I feel like I've seen this happen in a plethora of like different anime shows that I've watched. So one of the ones that I want to touch on is Paradise Kiss. Now, as many of you guys know, I watched Paradise Kiss like a few years ago, and it's about a girl whom she's in like her last year of high school. She's not for sure what she wants to do with her life, and she doesn't exactly fit into the mold that her mom wants her to fit in with. And so she ends up coming across a group of college kids who are like fashion students, and they want her to be their model and to help them with their senior project for college. And she realizes while hanging out with this like kind of crazy crew a group of people, that she slowly starts to come out of her shell and actually goes to the person that she kind of wants to be and whom she is meant to be, and she finds a group of people that she fits in with. And the reason why I chose Paradise Kiss to talk about this point of fitting in is that sometimes maybe the mold that you think you're supposed to be in is not the mold that you're actually supposed to be in. And sometimes it takes a group of people kind of bringing that out of you and bringing out the true side of you for you to really feel like you belong, or that sense of fitting in. Another person that I also want to talk about, or another anime I want to talk about, is Peach Girl. Now, Peach Girl is about a girl by the name of Momo whom is actually treated differently and picked on a lot because a lot of people at school think she's like someone who's very easy, because she does have darker skin, or is tan skinned due to her doing swimming, so she gets tanned from the sun. And because of this, she really wants to change whom she is, and I guess in a way she wants to be lighter like her friend Sai, who's supposed to be her best friend but is actually kind of like her frenemy, I guess. And she falls for this guy by the name of Toji, and Toji only really likes lighter skinned girls, it seems. So Momo doesn't actually go through the process of changing herself, but once she kind of learns to love whom she is, because she ends up finding a guy that truly loves her for who she is and really likes her for how she is, and not just because she tan, but also learns about her personality, that she starts to fit in with herself. And so to me, this is a great example of like, sometimes you have to be true to who you are and love whom you are for other people to kind of love you and love you for whom you are as a person, because you ultimately have to love yourself. And sometimes you have to realize that you're not supposed to fit in with everybody else. You're made a certain way, you look differently for a particular reason. And the last anime I want to touch on is Ouran High School Host Club. And the reason why I chose Ouran is because there are two characters in there by the name of Hikaru and Kaoru Hitachi, who are the Hitachi twins. And they kind of have a weird thing about themselves, is that they want to fit in, but they also want to be individuals and be treated differently, because people recognize the fact that they're twins, but they also realize that they are two very different individuals, and they want outsiders to ultimately recognize that. And the reason why is because when they had a maid that they actually really, really liked, the maid actually told them that she could never actually tell them apart. And that kind of really hurt their feelings, and they felt like no one could ever tell them apart. So they played a game with which one is Hikaru, and they really treated people differently if they didn't know which twin was which. And they're identical twins, so of course with identical twins it can be very difficult to tell one from the other. So it made them very withdrawn and isolated, and they only really talked to each other and made fun of basically everybody else, until a gentleman by the name of Tamaki Suo came in and wanted to be their friend and have them be a part of the close club. He ends up actually winning the which one is Hikaru game, and kind of learns which twin is which based off of their personalities and his own intuition. And they actually start to trust him, because he kind of tells them that them being twins is what makes them unique, and it's what makes him want them to be a part of this group that he is trying to come up with. And that actually makes them like Tamaki even more, because Tamaki, though recognizing that they're individuals, also love the fact that they are twins, and they realize that they did, fit in with a group, and they ultimately made friends. Now, I chose these three because to me they all fit or have the issue of a particular character wanting to fit in, whether it's with a group, with society, or just feel like they fit in somewhere, that they're not so different as they believe that they are. And ultimately all three of these characters, or four since one characters are twins, they learned that they either found the place where they actually fit in, or they learned to love themselves, and they learned that they are meant to stand out, and whoever doesn't like them or has something to say doesn't even matter to them anymore. Definitely in the case of Momo for this one. And with the Hitachi twins, and with the character from Paradise Kiss, they had people tell them that they fit in and that they're meant to be unique, and to basically just kind of embrace that. So my message to you guys is that if you struggle with fitting in or feeling like you fit in somewhere, just recognize maybe you're meant to stand out, and try not to let what society tells you or what you think your friends think to make you feel like you have to change yourself or your personality or your looks or whatever it is to feel like you have to fit in somewhere, because everyone is meant to be different in some way, shape, or form, and embrace that difference. I know it's hard, and trust me, it's not something that's going to change overnight, but just realize that it's okay basically to be different and not to always fit in with everybody. But that's my video for you guys. Let me know what you think by commenting down below. Let me know if you've ever felt like you have not fit in with the group, and let me know what your ultimate experience was regarding that. Let me know if you've actually learned to love your uniqueness about yourself. So like I always tell you guys, and links down below are going to have all my, in the description box down below, I'm going to have links to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well. So feel free to check me out there. And of course, like I always tell you guys, stay positive and be nerdy. Also give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. All right, you guys.